All right, welcome and sorry for the late setup here. Let's do this, folks. I'm Johnny from JCCR Racing, and we'll take on the 2026 Championship Series race. I believe this is race 5 or race 6, but we're at Trial Mountain. That's what counts. And we've done a little research. We've gone into asking both Gemini and ChatGPT. Both suggest a front bias. So they both suggest more brakes going to the front if you're using a vehicle like the Porsche 911. So for those mid-engine cars, highly recommend you put it to -1. So we'll see what that looks like here. -1 would be right there, and then if the back end's still sliding out, go up to -2. If you feel that you're not able to trail brake, that's when you brake into the apex without getting all squirrely, well then you could even go to maybe +1. Now I want things to be stable. We just did some practice laps on brake balance 0 and things felt just perfect. Don't forget to race with your radar on. Hey, Homo Star, good morning, brother. Yes, absolutely. Brothers in Christ. I believe that's what you're gonna finish that with. And then if not, well, hopefully that's the case. So good luck to everybody. I hope today is a positive day for you all. That you're focused on gratitude, focused on the positive, because remember, the only existence we have is the present. Because, well, the past has been scientifically proven to be, well, fake. If I can take it to that level, the past is, you could say, fake because your mind construes its own reality when thinking back to the past. We, as humans, absolutely believe that we remember things perfectly and accurately and truthfully in the past. That's actually just not the case. People will actually imagine themselves in situations they never were in just because, well, they saw the image on the news, for example. Your brain will trick you into remembering what it feels it needs for its survival. RSR Edward, yes, we're doing the double live here. We're going for the vertical and the horizontal. We've got every direction covered as this is a big race. 2026 Series Championship race, not the championship race, but one of the championship races for the 2026 season, meaning here at JCCR we are racing for points, we're racing for pride, but we're making sure we're not racing for ego. So when people pass us, that's a-okay. We're allowed one blocking move like professional racers. Let's say we're going into here, we'd be allowed one move to pick our position. That way if the car behind us outmaneuvers us, so be it. We can't just swerve. You know, we can't drive like criminals here. This isn't the Dukes of Hazzards, and we're not on a booze run. We're not bootlegging. So we got one move to make our block, and we have to live with that. So the best is to make your move at the end of the straightaway. So if you're going to make a blocking move here, it'd be about now that would have moved to the apex, or to the middle of the track, I should say. The middle of the track generally will block people from going in too wide on you, or to try to steal the apex, to get the apex before you do. And I got to focus in here because these are qualifying laps. First lap doesn't count. Call this the warm-up lap. As you can see, we're on brake balance 0. We had just enough trail braking to survive that turn. What that means is we put in about the pedal 20% down, no more. Because if we put the pedal down, or more than 20%, the brake pedal that is, we're just going to understeer, meaning we're going to drive kind of straight off the track. So far, we've got no issues with any oversteer under braking, so the back end isn't getting loose under braking. Might be able to go to +1. We'll be pushing it. Gemini, ChatGPT suggesting the brake balance on -1. And if you're having problems, then keep it at that 53% that they call. So that's basically 0, so you can't modify any percentiles. pull a 154 something or another during practice lap. What? JCCR Chimp. Wow. Running, I would say, a pro league time. A 152.2 is very, very fast. That is, we had some of the pro league guys in earlier, I thought. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out when the pro league starts, but I bet that's going to be no more than 1 second off the pro league time. Good for it on JCCR Chimp. Fantastic lap time. We're usually 3 to 4 seconds below pro times, depending on the size of the lap, of course, here. Ooh, slow start. Slow start. Let's correct this. Let's not even do the math here on that one. In life, you'll be faced with challenges. If you just focus on other people's performance, you'll have trouble focusing on yours. That's not to say that in life you don't want to try to imitate the best. You do want to observe and watch how the best perform things. Break it down into steps, really fully understand what they're doing to get that performance, and you'll have to find ways to make that work for you. And that's what this channel is about. It's about learning and growing together. RSR Edward, I completely agree. Champ is awesome on this track, and he's been really stellar. He's really moved up in speed in the last, whatever it is, 2-3 months. So in life, just like on this channel, we're focused on learning and growing together as a group. Learning and growing and positive mindset is oh so important. Hey, Dano, welcome, brother. Thank you for making it in. Great to have you in. And beyond having a positive mindset in life, you can choose. All the decisions are yours. When you take responsibility, you realize that in life, you make all the decisions, control everything other than your birth and your death. As such, we're going to take responsibility for our actions here. So, the point of the channel to learn and grow together. Some people are mentors, some people are coaching, others are learning. So I'm an amateur racer. I get to watch a lot of these pros. We've got A and A+ drivers, so some of the world's fastest drivers here that join in on the channel. And it's about watching their techniques and breaking them down in a manner in which amateur/rookie driver like myself and many of the viewers can find the right techniques and make them doable for us. One thing I know is that this 911 feels like it was built for this track. This feels like a mountainous Nürburgring. Or the HE double hockey stick. Oof, at some point when you see going off track, you can see there we have very little, less trail braking than really ideal. At 0, but the rear end has a good chance of sliding out if we go +1. Tempted to do it just the same. Let's try out one lap on +1 here. See if we can survive it. This could be a game changer. Whoa, neighbor 050 151.9, followed by JCCR Chimps 152.2. Yes, I could bet that those are pro times. Congratulations, guys. Well done. And we've got a full house in the championship race here. 11 drivers. Hey, Brad, Out of This World Gaming, thanks so much for coming in. Thanks for making it back, brother. Good to see you, of course, as well. It's Dano, the Texas Ranger. Out of This World Gaming. Check out his YouTube, folks. Dano, have you made a video lately? I gotta go check out your channel, see if you put up any new content. We'll slow through that last section. That's going to keep us off 155, I think. And then what is this? 156. Go. Actually, another slow one. So let's see. +1, so that means less front brakes, more rear brakes. Let's see if it can save us. There's a lot faster. We'll shave almost 1.5 seconds for that section alone. Would be my guess of it. Oh, very nice. Very nice being able to do some light braking as we move in towards the apex. So this is going to be a quick one. It's not going to be some pro time. We won't be playing the 151, 152s. I'd say 153.3, a very, very fast amateur time. I'd say Super Dufis is 155.7. That is, so that's a good amateur time. Very good amateur time. And remember, when you're racing, you don't have to always be 100% brake or 100% throttle. That's not the fastest way around the track. Sometimes you need to be, half throttle here. Okay, it's registering as full throttle, but I didn't have to pedal all the way down, so I got to adjust my throttle here. Oh, fantastic, RSR Edward, 200 sub, wow. Great on, brother. Keep up the good work. Keep trying. Remember, when we're new at something, whether it's a new business adventure, a hobby, a sport, a relationship, we fumble, we make mistakes. It can be a little embarrassing. That's no reason to not go ahead and do it just the same. All the more reason to do it. If we always stay in our comfort zone, we're never going to learn or grow, because it's only getting outside of our comfort zone and doing things that we're not used to doing things that we're not great at, that we're actually in the learning process. Of course, rinsing and repeating, doing the things you've always done or with slight modification is comfortable and you feel talented, you'll always kind of stay in the same rut. Cheers. I'm sorry, I've got the Daily Grind cup, the dog in the newspaper here, and I gotta say, this is anything but a daily grind. Hey, Stumpy GT, that is fantastic. That is the way to do it. You come in and you say, hey guys, I've got this problem. Anyone want to help me out? That's what the community is for. Hey, Stumpy GT over on the vertical as well. And we got Rima Rajput, BU1NYNW here as well. Thank you very much. Seahawk Ronan, thank you, brother. Good luck with your pro race. And let me tell you a few things that I'm really appreciating and grateful lately. Obviously, I'm extremely grateful for my son that was born healthy. His mom, my wife, did a fantastic job getting that done in incredible fashion. No painkillers. So a healthy baby that was born without any drugs or pharmaceutical drugs or whatnot in the system. So that is a blessing. And here we are. We've got the new steering wheel here. Absolutely love this new steering wheel. It's the Alcantara wheel. It is the 599XX Evo 30 wheel add-on. The Alcantara edition. Yes, it's a Ferrari wheel. And I'm a big time Porsche guy. I've got a 1999 Porsche 911 convertible that I absolutely love. And I have to say that I almost like it as much as the 2017 Shelby GT350. Even though one has 28,000 kilometers on it and the other one has, about 158,000 kilometers on it, the Porsche 911 is a very close contender because it's 100% analog. It's got one of the best feeling shifters. Thankfully, the GT350 has the tremor transmission, and with the tremor transmission and that shifter setup, it is the best feeling shifter out there. The Porsche 911, I had two Porsche 911s at one point. One had a stock shifter, which felt kind of tractory and like a big, wide, long gate. But, it's Stumpy GT. It's 158,000 kilometers, not miles. So it's like 98 or 99,000 miles. So yeah, pretty low kilometers there. Now we've got a two-tire race here, most certainly, knowing the season setup. So car setup, you want to start on the medium as you slowly build speed on the track. And let's see, view event settings, folks. Let me give my 2 cents worth here. We've got 16 laps. So let's do 10 laps on the mediums and the last 6 laps on the softs. And it's ×3. So the softs, we can probably squeeze 7 laps out of them. So we might split that and actually do 9 laps on the mediums. Fuel consumption rate of ×3, so we'll just keep an eye on that. And sorry, I guess they're waiting for me. So as we said, on the channel here, we got A+ drivers that is world class, some of the fastest in the world, such as Thor, Rowicki. We've got a few A+ drivers. We've got a lot of A drivers like Dano, Dark J, our very own JCCR Batman, as I like to call him. It says he's a B according to the rating, but we all know he is actually a fast A. And Stumpy GT, the question got cut off here, and I'm on the vertical live, so when I miss something, if it's on the vertical live, I'll be able to catch it here. Hey, yeah. Diablo Mofo. Big shout out to our son, man, from South Africa. Very cool. Well, thank you very much for making it in. Right on. So I will actually just drop a message here. Howdy, folks, and welcome to the 2026 championship race. All right, so entry accepted. We'll enter the course when the event starts. We could actually use a bit more practice. Now, one thing, looks like the balance on +1. We got away with it. Mind you, now that we're on mediums, I'd say 0 is now the equivalent for slide out, is that now the equivalent of +1. So let's see on the mediums if we can ever get away with this. This is pushing it. Usually you adjust by 1 point on the brake balance when you're switching to mediums. So we had the F1 steering wheel off the Thrustmaster TGT2 base. Now we're running the 599XX Evo Alcantara Ferrari wheel, and I am loving the feel of this wheel. So yeah, for a little hard in the throttle, the back end's going to slide out here. Oh, the host has ended the game. So I guess there must have been some bug. We'll be right back. Hopefully we didn't get kicked out here for bad driving. Come on, Super Doofus, let us back in. So yeah, these races have been actually, practice has started 3 hours before the actual race, which is part of the reason why people are getting lightning fast. But as a new dad, I just don't have, and a sunny day, and it's a family day, it's Sunday, I don't have the 4 hours to put in. So I can't send, I'm not on my main phone, so I can't just text our good buddy and team manager, Super Doofus, and say, hey, Super Doofus, I've been kicked for whatever reason. I'm not sure if it's the entire lobby that's dropped or if it's just me. Hey, Dark J! Refresh it. Okay, so refresh. I think that's triangle here. I think we're going to get in now. Oh, no. Refresh again. I love it when people take the time to say hello to each other. Okay, it's not just me. Thank you, Dano, for keeping an eye on that. See, I've got both phones working. I've got the vertical live here. got the live through here, and the vertical live is being filmed behind me. So got the Magnum PI Championship. We all know Magnum PI, right? Tom Selleck, he's a champion. So we've got the Magnum PI inspired shirt. We're ready to race as soon as we get everything back on. Sunday coffee. Cheers, folks. Hey, Chimp, you're way too fast, brother. You're running what was that, a 152.3? That's insane. That's got to be a pro time. I can't wait to see these A-plus drivers race. I have a feeling they're going to run like a 150 or a 151. I have a feeling, Chimp, you're right in with the A drivers, and the A-plus drivers are just going to they're going to beat you up by like 1 second. But we'll find out when the pro races are on a little later. Oh, I feel you're fast, Tim. I was pushing it with no cameras on, 100% concentration. If I recall, I ran a high 154. I think I ran a 154.8 or 154.9. But with the cameras running and talking and racing at the same time, I could only run a very low 157. I couldn't make it in even on 156. So I'm sure Super Doofus will get this up and running. In the meantime, I'm going to leave the mic here so you guys don't hear the baby cry. I'm just going to make sure everything's okay. My son is crying. I'll be right back. Let me know how you're hearing the sound, because it is a new setup for me. And I'm actually running the sound through my controller. So I don't know if I need to push that up on a box here or not. And I've got an idea for that, actually. All right, let's see if we got the room running here. This looks like this is going to be the big one here. The good one, the real race. King Super Doofus is hosting. I believe I saw a K. Of course, the camera cutting off a bit of what we need to see to be certain about that. All right, so here we go. We're going to throw on the medium tires. We'll run 8 or 9 laps on mediums, then hit up the softs. And we'll be right back. We're going to start the live over for the official race here. So it's the live practice. And we'll be right back. All right, we are back. All right, just give me a sec as I finish the setup here. Thank you for all your patience. Make sure we are live on the vertical setup. And yes, we are live on the vertical setup, so thanks for making it in, folks. We got the new steering wheel acting as our little microphone here. And time to get the mic in, gloves on, and try to get somewhere closer to these very fast times. And it turns out ChatGPT and Gemini both telling us we're in this race at -1, but it seems to be very doable at 1. And actually, now that we've got the ability to trail brake, actually seems more advantageous. So welcome to the 2026 Championship Series race, GT3 racing. So that's the GT3 cars here on the Sim Racer Gran Turismo 7. So very important, if you got pedals, make sure you set up your throttle so you can actually put 10 or 20% throttle. It's not just about full braking or full throttle at all times. Sometimes you need 10 or 20% braking or 10 or 20% throttle down. Yeah, Dark J, awesome getting that pro level lobby going. I'm surprised there's 3 hours of pro racing here at practice. Sorry, yeah. So the amateur racers became pretty much pro, some of them having 3 hours to practice. So very cool, but that's going to be challenging. All right, gaining 21, putting a 156.5. That makes a lot of sense to me. Seems like a good amateur time. Loving the Alcantara steering wheel here. Lot better drive, but we had to turn the torque up. Once we got the bigger steering wheel, we had a F1 steering wheel before. I thought it was bad. Definitely with it being a little smaller, felt the torque more. I just prefer the open wheel, the full wheel, not the full wheel feel. Right, so Chip is going to show us the track. Oh, okay, there we go. So you can see under braking, the +1 did get the car swirly there. So this is a bit of a compromised position. Breakdown at +1 on a mid-engine vehicle is a compromised position because while we can trail brake, we can also lose control under braking. Still have a coffee race. So we're going to need to run pretty clear here. We're going to need to run at 0 on the mediums here. And we'll turn it up to +1 when we get the softs back on for the end of the race. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me know in the comments if that's the case or not. Oh, Chatterfouch flying in front of us. Not sure what happened. Maybe he's got a connection from someone giving us the nitrous. Alright, so safe, smart driving will hopefully make up for this very slow lap time that we've got here. 150, a low 157, with some people running a 151.8 or 9. We're gonna have to really take advantage of the safe, smart drive and try to get positions. However, here we go. We jumped up a few positions. So there, if you're at my +1 or more, definitely +2, breaking through that apex, that little elevated section, the back end would have gotten all squirrely on us. We don't want to squirrely rear end. Put the pedal to the metal safely. See, can we hold? Yes, we get a nitrous boost from Forza. Thank you, brother. I'd use the whole track, use the race basics, go from the complete outside to the apex, but we missed there. The apex by a quarter mile, almost half mile. Back on the throttle nice and early there. And it wasn't enough to beat the superior drivers in front of us, so the gap has not closed down. But we more last-minute brakes there than Super, so that got us a pass just to get some late but still safe braking. I owe Forza a nitrous boost, but he's not going to get it this time. Forza gave me a little nitrous boost on the last straightaway, but I guess we'll call this the shake and bake. Put his team founder ahead of his own pointage. Okay, pushed it maybe a little bit too hard. Oh no! I had the lead there, so I hope that contact wasn't my fault. I had the lead, I was on the apex first, but I did slide out a little, so I'm not sure what the rules would be on that. And I think that was all 100% my fault because I was all over the apex there, so the cars behind me were quite a bit quicker. It's all about trying to see, I guess, where you are in relation as you go into the apex. You really got to focus in on where people are all around you, and I missed checking that out the last 2 turns, so whether I'm responsible for those contacts or not, I definitely didn't race right. I gotta check on the bottom of this excessively big screen for the distance I'm sitting at. Alright, so here, car beside me, Sir Sarek has the apex. It's his apex, he's got to it first. So that means I can't just go and move in on him. And if he slides out and hits me, well, I'm kind of in the way. It's his apex, he was there first. At least that's how I see it. Let me know in the comments section how you see race etiquette when it comes to getting to an apex. Who gets there first, how they get there. Good spot for half throttle, make sure I can slide out the rear end. Half throttle definitely helping us keep pace or get a little faster. And we're behind Remy, our main challenger from last year. We were both, I believe, if I recall correctly, either competing to finish second or competing to finish third. I think it worked out one of us was second and third. We had to have a tiebreaker race for points at the end of the season. Oof. Now Remy's glitching a little. So I hit the brakes. I would normally brake there, but with him glitching, I thought we were going to have contact. When you're the car behind, you're 100% responsible for not hitting the car in front of you. No matter what's going on with that car in front. There we can see if you're too hard on the throttle, you just start to drive kind of straight off track. Car. Follow the line you want it to follow. Too hard on the throttle. Same thing with the brake. If you're too hard on the brake when going in on the brake, same thing. Car is going to understeer, meaning you're going to want to, let's say, turn left while braking, such as this turn coming up. We want to turn left while braking. Too hard on the brakes, we go straight into that wall. Partial braking. Yeah, so at 0 here, no favoring the rear wheels. Did that so that the back end doesn't swirl out, slide out. That's what I like the term swirl out. Because the term stuck in my head because if you catch my short over on Johnny's Car Care and reviews, he caught a squirrel. Didn't mean to. Just heard some bird-like noises from the chimney, and of course the trap at the bottom was closed. When I opened that trap and pulled out some sticks that had fallen to the bottom of the chimney, we got mines going all the way up the top of the chimney. Pulled out some sticks, unscrewed some stuff, pulled out more sticks. All of a sudden, some brown red object flew up my face, missed my face by an inch or two. And I'm like, what the heck is that? It turns out there's a squirrel running around the living room. The dogs help box it in and keep it in the living room, thank goodness. They go running through the house. Oh, we got hit. Chowder pouch, stop, man. Not cool. Not cool at all. So chowder pouch, probably accidental. Looks like his internet connection is not going well. But chowder pouch, you destroyed us going through that turn twice. Well, thankfully, not too much harm, not too much foul. It did spin us around and take us fully off track. And now we get to be behind our good buddy and friend and team manager, the one, the only, Super Doofus, also known as King Super Doofus, or as I like to call him, Dom. With Tom's Ferrari there, our good buddy. Remember, when you race, a lot is, you can't take anything personally. A lot of what happens is accidental. Some of it is deliberate. That's just how life goes. You can't waste all your time worrying and figuring out how you're a victim. That'd be living the Freudian life, as I like to call it. It seemed like a lot of his psychology came down to figure out how your parents messed you up and what you can blame them for. And his answer would be, I guess, everything. It's very victim-focused. It's all about what type of victim are you. That's a whole lot of wasted energy. Your past is behind you. And mentally, neuroscience will teach that you can actually rewrite your past. The brain can remember the past differently and does so to protect itself. Ooh, finally getting through there quickly. That feels good. Alright, so if you can turn in too much towards the apex and too easily, it means you're not going fast enough. That's how we want to go through that section every time. Nice. Once you get to the little apex, basically the middle of the apex, or if you got apex markers on. Once you get to the middle of the apex, you can get back on throttle. Oh, we're now Brevy right behind us, our maiden challenger. Believe in the end, I ended up beating him through mostly luck, because he is a better driver than I am. So we finished the 2025 championship with the bronze, and I finished with the silver. And here we are racing at it again. Just this league has become a lot more competitive. People are taking it very seriously, practicing up to 3 hours before races. I don't think Remy's putting that time in either, so as they say, practice makes perfect, and we're not putting in the practice to become near perfect, but it is great whether you're racing for first in life or working to not be last. You still have a lot of fun with the people around you. Competitive racing here. Don't want to let go of the throttle completely through those sections. Could be at quarter or half throttle, depending on your skill level. Maintain, or slightly increase speed if you slow down too much. So I'm responsible. Remy might not be in your typical line, but I'm still responsible for not hitting him. So I have to brake more than I'd like to. That's what you got to do to have proper race etiquette. Remember, racing is a gentleman's sport. It's about improving your skills and winning through clean driving, not just pushing to pass on every turn. Hey, we got, who was that? Is that TK Nielsen coming in? Say hi to us again, TK Nielsen. My attention was off while left the screen as I was going through that very, very nicely curved section of turns. Late braking, so I'll follow these brake lines, these tire tracks here on the track. Always important to be in the right gear. Yes, some people will fix all that by just driving automatic, but I like manual. So we use engine compression, transmission and engine compression to help us slow down some of our last minute amateur braking. All right, JCCR Chimp running on 52.6. Congratulations on that fantastic time. Starting to nail that last turn. Very, very tricky section. Compared to any turns on any track, I find that last section to be in, it can make a top 10 list. It's a tricky section. Coast, drop it to fourth, give it some gas, turn in while not on gas and get back onto the throttle. Here we go, I think this will be our fastest lap yet. Oh, by far fastest time. Let's come in a good 1.5 seconds, at least 1 second faster. Now, huge, huge, huge tip for this track. Find somebody, and thinking of a Fred Durst song, I think. But yeah, get in the mosh pit with somebody. I know that's Kid Rock. Get in the mosh pit, get in on a straightaway, and streamline behind someone, take in their exhaust fumes, let them brake wind for you. Smells smelly, but it's actually great for your track times. As they say in F1, take in some of that dirty air and let them brake air for you. Not go quickly through that last section. That'll throw us off by maybe a quarter to half second. But here we go. Come on, let's drop it into a low 156. Ooh, no, 157.5. Still way off. 5 seconds slower than the Chimp. Chimp, you are too fast, my friend. Congratulations. Extremely impressive lap. Alright, so amateur racer here. Trying to break down tips and tricks of the pros, but making them manageable, turning them into the mediums are fine. My driving there. Too early on the throttle, you have to speed up into the wall. So that's just practice, I'd say, right there. If you have anything that I can really say, if you have a good tip before you can get back in the throttle, drop it in the comments section. I've just had the muscle memory that. Alright, so we got some people like Park Curry coming off the soft. We started out on the mediums in case there'd be pushing, which there was. And of course, with our tires squealing from getting pushed around, in that one turn we got hit twice. The car was sliding all over the place. Well, we'll save our soft for the last Wunder rounds. So we'll go in, what is this? Coming in on the 9th. Tires, media, soft to be half cooked at this point. I don't want to run half cooked soft. We'll run one last lap, then we're going to switch up the tires. You can see the pros there. Fastest drivers though did call pit. So I'd say I'm probably getting it wrong here. Pit should have probably been called for me on the 8th. I just don't want to have a last lap where I struggle. I want to end the race on a positive note. See if I can hold Sir Ceric off. He's also a good quick driver. See if I can hold him off. Trail braking here, very important. Brake as you move into the tunnel, and that's why we're at 0. When we get the softs, we'll go to +1, despite being this contrary to the advice given out by ChatGPT and Kevin I. So full throttle there, we're going to send us to the wall. We needed that 1.5 throttle. I could walk where my throttle bar was at, but you can hopefully see it from the live, and hopefully you can hear me decently. We're not on our regular, normally we've got the headset, earphones, and the little mouthpiece is our microphone. So hopefully you can still hear me now that the controller is up on the box, not that far away from my face. Here we go, this is going to be our pit lap. Smooth laps as we go from the complete outside to the apex. Trying to do that lap after lap. And we made it in without crossing any dirty white lines that have penalized us. 3 seconds mandatories. Let's move to the softs and fuel. I'm going to take a sip of fuel. I don't feel like running out here, running the risk of running out. It says I've got enough, but we've seen people get fooled out by that before. Let's lie down here, put it in the shoe like this. Oh, let's go, let's go. Trying to find the button to get out of the pits. I just want to be at half fuel. Actually just wanted a sip of fuel. I wanted about 1 second's worth of fuel. Alright, next straight, we'll change. If you've got a steering wheel where you can set up your brake balance, that is top notch. We don't have that steering wheel yet. The steering wheel looked good, and I was hoping the little dial on it would be able to regulate my little screen at the bottom and be able to switch between, fuel, air ratio, brake balance. So doing some off the artificial intelligence, the AI advice, going to our selected, experimented brake balance here. Yeah, great trail braking now. These will make for faster laps. We've got what, a 1:57 to beat for our personal time. Only things when we're under turning conditions. Just got to make sure that the back end stays, of course the back end's going to stay solid. Of course, we tested this out. Alright, we got a nice little race going up with Daniel, which is JCCR-TV as one of our racing teammates, racing against Chow About, one of the challengers. Is he getting that? Oh, I think he just hit on the straightaway. I don't know, maybe my vision's bad here, but I know we got some hits from him. twice in the turns coming up, and that made us lose a few positions. We're not going to retaliate. You never know. Often people, it's all accidental. I had a few debatable moments because I didn't check my radar going into the turns. I think I was ahead. I think the contacts that were made weren't my fault, but I could very well be wrong. So either way, I'm sorry that there was contact for those I had contact with. And this is right where we want to be, right behind a car. Get in the straightaway. Love someone. Meaning race with them. Maybe even give them a little shake and bake, a little nitrous push. Definitely not right before the turn though. Having trouble racing with lagging going on. Love to be patient, wait for the right time to pass, and just try to blow his doors off, not end up in an accident if we're trying to incorrectly guessing where he's at. He's got this one, so I'll tuck in, I'll just be patient. He's a little too hard on the throttle. Lots of pressure when you got someone right behind you like that. So we didn't do, there's zero contact. And I find that's prime reason why I run my TCS, traction control system, on 2, just so that I can't get a little worked up knowing someone's right behind me and end up giving a little too much throttle and drive myself off track. When I go off track, it's generally, even though I'm an amateur rookie racer, when I go off track, it's generally because there was contact with another vehicle. Most of the time, it's not a contact I made, except sometimes, if I'm in an apex, I slide out. That's where you gotta be careful not to steal the apex. That's when you go in hard on the apex, you take it last minute, even though you're behind the car, and then you go too quickly and slide into them. I've done that a few times, and I'm sorry when that happens. I don't think that's what happened here today, but if so, if I was too much in the moment, so then I am sorry. Thankfully, they're ahead of me just the same. Oh, Viper, great car, great choice, Daniel. All right, so I'm the car behind. Even though I had speed there, and I had the right line, and I was in the right place at the right time, I can't just say, hey, you know what? I should be going faster and just drive into him, which will take him out. I'll let go of the throttle, leave a brake if need be. Then be patient. Wait for the pass. We've got 5 laps anyways. Soon 4 laps. Oh, Gaming 21's now going to the pits, so we're going to get up, move up 1 position. Having a little trouble there. Some late braking as, I guess, I'm buckling underneath the pressure of trying to get past Tedious. My JCR racing teammate, I buckle under the pressure trying to pass him, push it a little too hard, and take a little grasp. Take about 25 seconds to get grass, gravel, and mud off the tires. So we should be good now. Missed the apex by a full mile there. That's not what we want for racing. But actually get to these apexes, so that way when we've got that apex marker or the middle of the apex generally, we need to get back on throttle, start accelerating nice and early so we can end up at a much higher speed at the end of these straightaways. Magnum PI shirt. Homage of Tom Selleck. Almost feel like these, you can buy these at Costco. I almost feel like we should slap on name tags and JCCR Racing logos. Make this the team race shirt. Almost have the Magnum PI or Team Vacation action going on. Middle right on the apex, start accelerating, and there we can see you gotta follow the basics and you'll get faster and faster on these lap times. Let go of the throttle so you can actually turn in. Oh, I think we've got something here. We're gonna have a pass at this straightaway. We're in great position to streamline. Daniel is breaking wind for us. Oh, and I follow him into the wall. He outmaneuvered me. As in hockey, you'd say he deked me out, I guess. Oh, I gave a little too much throttle. I'm getting eager here. Oh, we got it. We don't overbrake this section. And we overbraked it to avoid a heavy contact with Dan. Oh, good racing, Devious. This is a great race with you. Here, I think we can just coast our way through. But we needed just a little bit of braking. All right, this looks like it's going to be a battle to the bitter end. A good frenemy battle. And Daniel is definitely more friend than enemy. But for all intents and purposes, for the moment, for the time being, we'll say the frenemy. Alright, being on partial throttle through there, closes up the gap. We're getting awfully close now. Oh, I almost overbraked it there. And that's where you can see the rear end getting swirly. That's because we're on +1. So as these tires wear, I should probably be moving back towards 0 for the brake balance. Let's see if I can just mentally adjust. I'm happy I kept the mediums on 1 extra lap. Now we've got 2 laps left, and the rear end is starting to get a little squirrely already, so let's see what we can produce here. Oh, that was nobody's fault. That was just competitive racing, and light contacts will happen. And that was a light contact that took me off the track. So we're going to drop, instead of getting up 1 position at the 9th, we're going to get passed by Chowda, who's now going to be a good 10 seconds ahead of us. Watch once that counter starts slowing down the distance. Ooh, that was a 15-second delay for us. Now we've got Gaming 21 behind us, not that far, so we're going to have to race our hearts out. I think I can handle the squirreliness. Let's keep it at +1, see what we can produce. We did run a 154.4, so you guys can all see that my practice lap, and I was saying I was running a 154, I wasn't just making up numbers for what happens off camera to try to give myself, do they call it credit or clout? I don't know. Let me know in the comments section. I wasn't just throwing out numbers there, and I think a 154 is a good amateur time, a very good amateur time. I think above, and we're maybe into the medium pros, come and watch at 12 o'clock. Check out Superfuz's channel from noon to 1. He'll be running the pro race. Love the 911. Can't wait to get mine out. This week's those 996 generation Porsche 911s. Really, their only fault is that they're pretty quiet. They're very quiet under 5,000 RPM, so it's a luxurious sports car, you could say, a very classy sports car. Not trying to scream. It doesn't scream for attention the way Lamborghinis and Ferraris do. Very classy sports car. Maybe a little too much class for me. I think that's fair. I can see I'm wearing a Bass Pro Shops hat. So maybe believable when I say it's a bit too much class for me. Can we hold off? Gaming 21 behind us. Keep watching to find out. Oh, I'm just disappointed. I had the pass in, going in with Daniel on that straightaway. I had the pass, but I lost it. I caught a little grass, a little contact, and that was the end of it for me. Yeah, Chip taking the win. I'm not surprised. Looks like he was able to pick up a 152 lap time more than once. Here we go as we wrap it up. Gaming 21 is making ground on us. Gotta make sure one wrong move here and he'll have the win on us. Oh yeah, he went through that last section very quickly, taking out, okay, in the end, not a half second. In the end, we're equally, still same distance. Woo. Thank you, Dano, the Texas Ranger himself. Make sure to catch his race at noon because he is a pro racer. He's going to be taking on other pro racers. Dano, how is the sound? I've got the controller here is running the sound for me. Off the vertical line, you can probably see the box I'm doing a little free publicity for, and it is absolutely free because you can't get sponsored by a wheel that's no longer made, but I really like this race. Yeah, Gaming 21, you did almost have me. That was very close. Maybe you needed 1 or 2 more laps to get that win on me. That went pretty good. Loved the race, 100%. A little disappointed. I was really hoping to beat Chowder Pouch out because I think it was Chowder Pouch in one of the tunnel turns that hit me twice and made me lose 2-3 positions. And then I had to work all the way back up. Ended up passing him, but then I got I pushed too hard racing with Daniel. So Dan, great race. Had fun. Chasing you down. Thought I had a few places where I could have passed but couldn't pass because you're just in the perfect blocking position. So I had to hit the brakes or let go of the accelerator. Otherwise, had you not been in that position, I would have driven right past you, but you did great defensive driving. So that's very, very cool. And in the end, I guess I got hungry. I saw there's a good speed difference going through turn 1 and 2. And thought I could blow by you. I mostly blew by you, but then I caught a little bit of grass, and you're, in all intents and purposes, in the right place. I'm the one that blew past you, so my problem. And then you're just in the right place. So when I came back to get onto the track, you were there, and there was nothing that could be done. We got a very light contact, but at the house high speeds, it was enough to throw me off. So very fun, exciting race. Blessed to have you all along for the race. So let's see what's going on here in the vertical live. Oddly, in the vertical live, I can't write anything, so I'm not sure what is up with that. But great race. I hope you're all able to hear me. So let me know. Good luck to all the pro racers. So when we've got the controller here, a little test for other nights. Dano, can you hear me? How's the sound? Please type it in. Let me know. Good luck to all the pro racers. That was a great race. I just want to say thanks for the race. Of course, let's play again sometime. It's the 2026 Championship Series races. I'll see you all again. Woo! That was awesome. Now, that was Trial Mountain Circuit. I want to let you all know when we come back on Monday night at 9 p.m. on a regular time what the pro time here is. I'm very curious to see how close Chimp is to that pro time. Well done, mate. Really well done. Let's review this again. First place, the gold, going to JCCR Chimp in the GR Supra Racing Concept. Fantastic work, mate. Followed by RSR Neighbor 050. Wow, Chimp ran his fastest lap was a 151.9, and Forza Canada running a 151.6. Incredible bronze finish. R. Curie running a 152.8. Sir Badger running a 153.5. Sir Sarik running a 153.6. Remy running a 153.9. Wow. Wow, I'd say that is a very fast amateur time. I'd say my top lap being a 154.5, I believe. I'd say that is a very good amateur time. And I'd say, 156, 157, those are just decent amateur times. So amateur league is turning more into, I'd call it more semi-pro. I'd say we've got now semi-pro and pro, but we'll find out here. Let's see if we can spectate anyone. I'd love to get some of their times coming in. Can we get their times? I'd love to follow, either Ronan or DK Nielsen is so fast. Yeah, Seb Cockrow saying subscribe to Philness_GT. Absolutely. Philness and I are in a friendly competition to see who can get to 1,000 subscribers first. So if you can, give me a subscribe. Share the content with any GT7 racers, sim racers that you know. And if you've already subscribed, well, don't hit the button again. It'll unsubscribe. Hit that the thumbs up button. So I guess we're not going to get... I'm going to save the replay. Why not there? Yeah, Rowiki is absolutely a driver in the JCCR Pro team. Shout out Pouch saying time to go. Yeah, it's time for the non-pros to get out of here. Let's just see if I can see Thor racing here. That's Thor's livery. Let's check out the pro racers. I'm going to call us the semi-pros. And let's check out who's on the pro race team here. We've got Thor. We've got... Oh, Shadow Pouch is still in the pits. Jay Rizzio looking sharp, mate. There's our car up ahead right there. We've got JCCR Johnny right here with the new livery. We've got Super Doofus Tom, followed by Dano599, JCCR Ronan, DK Nielsen, Thor. So, you know what? For those of you who want to, if there's space, I'm gonna, take myself out of the race here, obviously. Cancel entry. Because it's the Pro League, I don't have any business to be here, and we're running the semi-pro. But we can maybe spectate and keep this running. I've got to go take a pit stop of my very own. Let's see if any of our close friends here, any of our brothers are on the race. Yeah, Jay Rizzio, the Knight Rider. So let's, my race brothers, let's put him on. Follow run down this goes. And I will be running it upstairs.
All right, I am back. Thanks for waiting. I was taking the family pit stop, and it appears there is possibly space here for us to watch and see how the race is going. All right, I think the record is now DK Nielsen with a 152.8 from what I can see. So yeah, I'm thinking Chimp's time was absolute top notch. It was an A plus time. Crispy with a 152.2. They're working to get down to Chimp's time of a 158, I believe 9 or 158.8. So yeah, everyone's playing in the 152s. We're gonna have to start calling ourselves the semi-pro league, as we do have some pro drivers. Chimp man, I suspected you put down a pro time. You put down an A plus driver time, because like Rowiki here that we're watching, Rowiki is an A plus driver. Race long and prosper. Right on, Rowiki. Very cool. Indeed, race long and prosper, mate. Chowder Pouch up in here, picking up some practice laps, I guess. Or maybe he also races in the pro. I'm kind of curious. Crispy running the AMG Mercedes. DK Nielsen, very nice. Going to run the 296 GTB Ferrari. All right, A plus is a 149 to 150. 152 is A, I think. Okay, so Chimp, you ran a very, very fast A time. Very cool, Chimp. Very, very impressive. We got Ronan here. No practice needed, I guess. Or he's getting his settings just right. Dano 599. Good luck, brother. Oh, love it. You got the sticker saying, come join the JCCR crew. Dano, you got my support, man. I'm cheering for you. I'm rooting for you. Running the Logitech. I'm running the Thrustmaster TGT2. Almost bought the T598, but instead of getting the T598, I felt like I would have needed to sell the Thrustmaster TGT2. Probably could have picked up about $400. The other kit, the difference would have been about $300. I decided instead $300-400 because of shipping. Instead, we got this right here. Very happy. No longer produced, from my understanding. It's kind of I guess it'll be a limited edition. It's the 599 XX Evo 30 Ferrari steering wheel. A replica, a scale replica, an 8/10 scale replica. DK Nielsen with the Ferrari. We got Crispy, we got Jay Rizzio, Rocco, Thor. Chimp would have qualified 7 here. Okay. Well, let's see what those times. For your qualifying, yes, but you finished that race with a high, what was it, a 151.8 or a 151.9? So far, the fastest here is a 152.292 put on by DK Nielsen, 94. Very, very fast. No, it's Knight Rider Jim with a 152.1. That is impressive. My fastest lap was a 154.4 after all sorts of practice and on mediums. Way to go, team. So Seb Cockrow, 151 with low fuel, right on. Seb Cockrow here running B. He needs to get in, I guess. So Chowder Pouch is a D racer. I'm surprised. He seemed pretty darn quick here on Trial Mountain. Maybe I'm just pretty darn slow. We got Dano, an A driver. Ronan, B. DK Nielsen, an A. Crispy. Happy Crispy isn't in our semi-pro league. Jay Rizzio, A. We got Rocco, who's an A+. Thor, I believe, is an A+. And Rowiki is an A+. We got some really fast JCCR and not stranger dangers, but what do we call them? Remind me, what do we call it when someone's not a stranger danger? But I guess, a great, incredible challengers here when we run the JCCR versus the rest, versus the challengers races. Hey, we're still 15 viewers in, right on. And Chimp pointing out the JCCR team is growing, so hopefully a semi-pro league soon. We might actually have to break it up into amateur, semi-pro, and pro, because this is pro. And some of us in the previous amateur league, some of us are amateurs. Like, I'm a fast amateur, I'd say. And because I can beat out a few people, I'm a fast. I think a 154.5 makes me a fast amateur, but anyone running in the 152s are, I'd say, we'll call them semi-pro, because you can see right here, they're having trouble pulling off faster than a 152. Fastest was a 152.2 or a .129. So, yeah, we might end up with 3 leagues. And if so, well, I'm going to work hard to try to get into the semi-pro league. But as you can see, I'm struggling this season. The amateur league is pretty darn tough here. I'm only here as a watcher. You can see there are no C drivers. It's all A+, and the slowest are Bs, which I think that's just perfect for Super Doofus. You made it. That's right. You're a B now. Big dog. Big dog. Well done. Okay, so it's set to 16. We will be able to, in that case, watch, because they've got 10 official racers and a few people who just want to stick around and watch. Team Lurk. Team Lurk consists of Super Doofus Tom, myself, JCCR_Johnny, and JCCR Chimp. Right on. Whew. Now, spectating. Let's get down to spectating. Rocco, up and ready for the race here. Who do we want to follow? I kind of feel like, we got Dano, the Texas Ranger here. I'm rooting for him, but he's got one heck of a challenge, as he's got, 3 A+? That's pro. That's full pro. 3 full pros to compete against Rowicki, Thor, and DK Nielsen. Bren is a really quick driver, too. Solid, talented A driver. Man of my own heart here. Driving Thor, one of the top JCCR racers, driving that 911. Not like he stole it, just like he's been driving it his whole life. Went from the womb to the cockpit. From one nice heated environment to another, and has been driving his whole life inside that vehicle. Haha, Chimp, that is absolutely true. Yeah, with the new sun on the way, I'm definitely not getting as much practice, but I generally live a pretty busy life because I get in, absolutely blessed with a little healthy racer in the family. Thank you so much, Chimp. I generally work about 55 hours a week. Then I've got 4 to 8 hours to put in for my Johnny's Car Care and Reviews YouTube channel. And then Monday to Fridays, we put in about 7 hours of racing, Mondays to Fridays. Then I've got family through all of that. So that's why generally, I can't, when the practice opens up for 3 hours before, maybe I can get down into like who knows, maybe a fast, a slow 153, like a 153.8. I could maybe get down there with 3 hours of practice, but I just don't have that 3 hours. So I just kind of come in amateur style, amateur hour. I come in 5-6 minutes of practice, then the qualify, and then it's all on. Daniel! Oh, Daniel, I don't think you wrecked my race. I was doing a fast pass on the inside, and naturally, I think it was mostly naturally, we just kind of came together. So no worries, brother, no worries at all. If I didn't want to risk the crash out, I just had to not pass you. It's as simple as that. Thank you though, Daniel, very kind. All right, so let's see, can we follow Knight Rider Jim? Let's see where Knight Rider Jim's going to be running up in 4th for the moment. We got Crispy with the great sounding Mercedes AMG growling through the tunnels, followed by Dano in Dano's Viper there, the special edition Viper, the Texas Ranger edition. He's never approved that nickname, but I'm going to make it stick. And we've got JCCR Ronan right behind him in the Audi. The RA DK Nielsen, very, very, very fast. So watch out, folks, for him. Seb Cockrow running the GTR. Great car. Absolute track beast. We got Bren in 9th. He won't stay in 9th for long. But mind you, these are all incredibly fast drivers. Rowicki, no surprise, is an A++ driver. Gonna create and invent a new category for him. And he's followed by Thor, Rocco. Okay, so these are the A+ drivers. You got Rowicki, Thor, and Rocco, all A+ drivers. Then Crispy, I think, is an A. Dano, who I'm rooting for. The Texas Ranger, running in 6th. Good luck, Dano. You're running against some world-class drivers. And DK Nielsen, so followed, I think DK Nielsen is an A+ as well. So this is a wild, wild race. Now I wonder if, looking through the nostrils of the Viper, are those the air intakes? That make a lot of sense if those are the air intakes. Oh, Daniel, thank you so much for asking people to hit that thumbs up button, because that's what's going to get our community, that and sharing the videos is going to get our community to grow. With a bigger community comes more knowledge and more power. DK been racing with me a ton. All right, so you're rooting for DK. Let's go check out DK Nielsen, possibly born in 94. Yeah, right on. Chimp, I agree with you. I hope everyone gets to race long and prosper. Seb Cockrow back there. Good to see you, mate. Another JCCR teammate. We got JCCR, Bren. All my race brothers here. No race sisters, though. What is going on? We'll have to get the wife racing. I'd have to get another PS5, though, and set up we've got a spare TV just sitting around on the floor. So we could connect the wall beside us, or in the corner, actually. We could have a wall and another little setup if we don't short circuit the house. All right, back at the top, we've got Rowicki here in first, still leading first. So coming back and checking out what's going on at the top. We got Thor, Rocco, so nothing's changed there. But then we get down into 5th, and we've got Crispy, I believe's made a move on Dano. I think Dano was in 5th before. And then the rest is set up. DK Nielsen just looking for a time to pass. It is such a tight race. So watch DK Nielsen here for a moment as he tries to find a way around Dano. Oh, thought he might have found it there, but no, Dano is still just driving oh so fast. If he can just keep that Viper, that Dodge product, be reliable and not blow before the end of the race. Tee hee hee. That is a lot of lights on the 296 GTB. Almost looks like enough lights to call it on a rally racing setup. DK Nielsen blinding us with his lights. Oh, now he's got his lights off. Right on. Another Logitech racer from the looks of it. Not a whole lot of Thrustmaster racers, I guess. Logitech has been popular. I considered very much, now that Fanatec has brought their prices down, I did consider picking up the Fanatec wheel. I think we were getting 8 Newton meters of torque, which now that we're running this on 10 full, and it's just enough, 8 Newton meters of torque might be just the perfect setup. Gotta work the guns outside of the gym too, I guess. Seb Cockrow trying to find space. Bren's gonna make it up. He'll move on up. No pressure, Bren. We've got Rowicki still in first. Thor in second. Rocco in third. Doing a little publicity for Liquid Molly. Good lubricants and oils, from my understanding. Really good. Oh, and up in fourth now, we've got Jay Rizio. We've got a little shake-up. because the Mercedes AMG was up here. Yeah, Rowicki is an alien for sure. Daniel, well said. Crispy got passed by Ronan, and that means Dano is in 6th, followed by DK Nielsen and Seb Cockros. Let's see. Oh, Thor! Oh, Thor is out! Thor's off the track, so Crispy's up in 4th now. Jay Rizzio is holding bronze for the moment. Rocco has silver in his hand, and Rowicki is still alien levels fast. Thor crashes, folks. Oh, Thor. We'll have to ask if he's Thor from that crash. Tee-hee-hee. Jay Rizzio moving up. Oh, Rocco getting a little squirrely in the BMW there, going through there. The Knight Rider. Oh, a little slide on the candies there. Yeah, it's very impressive that the rest of the pack is this close to Rowicki. It's wild. Good point, Chim. Really good point. I have to name you the co-announcer here because you're really pointing out the succulent facts of this race. Rowicki up there, and not by that much. Yes, there is a gap. But you'd think you got to be really quick to be on the same lap as Rowicki. Followed by Rocco. Rocco in 2nd. Because Thor is out. Jay Rizzio. Oh, Crispy looking for that spot. Really hunting that spot down. Oh, the AMG with all that power to the rear wheels, just getting a little bit of slide out there. Oh, Barcelona practice, the Dark J, very cool. Oh, very cool, Chim, very cool. Good to know. Dano in 5th, holding his spot. Well done, Dano. Yeah, Rocco's getting learning laps with our buddy Rowicki there. Let's see what happened to Thor. Seb Cockro now in 7th. Everyone's up in position. Thor down in 8th with a half-second penalty. He's gonna have to pay off in one of the best Porsche liveries. Oh, and I can't run it because it says Pro on it. I'm gonna petition so that we go from the amateur league to the semi-pro league. All Chimp's fault. Well, not all Chimp's fault. Chimp, Sir Badger, RSR Neighbor, all running A times. Bren is there, and Rowicki still in 1st. Not all that surprised. Rocco learning the lines, and Jay Rizzio. Oh, wow, that is quite the setup. Look at this. Jay Rizzio now in a drag race with Crispy, but will Crispy get... Oh, he doesn't get blocked out by Rocco. The swap has been made. Crispy now in 3rd, pushing Jay Rizzio, the Knight Rider himself, into 4th. And Dano just doing a great job. Like, 5th is his at this point. He owns that position. He's not letting anyone pass there. DK Nielsen won incredibly fast. Yeah, Daniel saying petitioning for a rookie league. Absolutely. Well, for the 2027 season, or who knows, maybe a mid-season break. Maybe we'll switch up, either start up an actual rookie league, and that way people can just choose and then name the current leagues semi-pro and create a real rookie league, or maybe keep the rookie league that's there and start a semi-pro league. But we also want to have enough racers, right? So it's tough. It's about balancing. So let's help get this community bigger so we can have more rookies and more semi-pros and more pros. Just got to hit that like button if you're not already subscribed. Subscribe with bell and notifications turned on. And of course, share this content with other sim racers. We got to grow the community here. We need 3 leagues. So DK Nielsen in 6th. Dano. You got my support there. Dano in 5th. Now he's going to have a little grass and dirt on those tires. Will he hold through the next turn? Dano going into the pits. DK Nielsen in 5th now because he did not take the pits. So Dano's going to finally have the pressure off, but everyone's got pressure. This is a wildly good race. Oh, I love it. JCCR League Pro. The pros have given themselves, that is so cool. They've given themselves a nice little livery, a little sticker to throw on with their livery. Oh, Dana was on softs. Oh, okay, this is going to change things up. Jay Rizzio now still in fourth because Crispy had passed him a few laps ago. Good job, Crispy. Rocco, Mr. Liquid Molly himself, and Rowiki. Incredible that people are still even close to this driver. He's an A++ driver. Great to have him teaching us all some new lines. And I guess here he's not teaching much on this race, though, usually teaching us new lines, but the other pros are doing a great job keeping up with him. Jay Rizzio still pushing hard. He's still usually between 1 to 10 feet behind the car in front of him. Seems like he's never had more than a car length distance. DK Nielsen now, there is now a good gap between Jay Rizzio. Oh, he's going to go for a move here. Go extra outside. Crispy defending. Will this mean he comes out with more speed at the other end? It does, but we're now about 2 feet apart, but Crispy does a great job of getting into his one defensive move that he's allowed. He used it at the right time and was able to cut Jay Rizzio, forcing Jay Rizzio almost certainly to slow down and lose that speed advantage he had picked up going extra wide on the turn at the end of the long tunnel straightaway. And now we've got pits for our good friend Knight Rider Jim. DK Nielsen is going to stay on the track. We got Crispy in third, Rocco in second, and this is impressive. Not much. Okay, you've got a few car lengths here, but still very close. There's only about a quarter straightaway in between, so maybe like 8 car lengths between first and third. If you see it differently, call it in the comments section. Whew. Let's see where Dano is now. Dano's in 8th. Thinking there's probably not going to be, if we look at the past as an indicator of the present and the future, might not be a whole lot of movement between Rowiki and Rocco up in first and second. But I'd like to see what Dano now does with mediums. How does he adjust from softs to mediums? And will he be able to keep Thor, who was in second, can he keep Thor off? So let's watch Dano. I gotta run up, check on the family. Chimp, I'm leaving you in charge. I'll be right back. Give me maybe 5 minutes with the family. I'll be back, folks, to see where we're at. All right, we are back, and as I had said, I didn't expect much movement between Rowicki and Rocco, but let's see, in third, we got Crispy. He's climbed up, and Thor has moved up into fourth. Seb Cockro's moved into fifth. We got Jay Rizzio now in sixth, so that's a big shakeup. Jay Rizzio getting, I guess, passed by Seb Cockro, Thor. All right, Jay Rizzio, DK Nielsen in seventh. Bren's now moved into eighth, meaning he's passed Dano, if I'm not mistaken. And, oh, Dano, we've lost Dano. Maybe there's a crash out. I guess I missed that. That is big. That, or maybe he's in the pits. No, he's already been in the pits. So some sort of major crash out or internet connection took out Dano. Let me know in the comment section if you guys saw that, because I did leave it on Dano there. So Rowicki in first, and DK Nielsen in seventh. Jay Rizzio, the Knight Rider Jim, trying. Oh, Dano pitted. All right, he had to pit again. Oh boy, that's 2 pits for Dano. That is big. Let's see what's going to happen. This should be pretty exciting. Bronze. Who is going to finish bronze? I think this is the big end of race shakeup. I don't expect Rowicki to get dethroned, and if so, I'm sorry. I'll have okay. Wow, okay, no, Rowicki's really got some space now. Daniel, thank you very much for still being in and filling me in on what I missed. You guys are, oh, we got a contact between Thor and Crispy. Crispy was going in on the outside. Thor was on the outside. He turned in and he did a hit. Oh my goodness. So at least no harm, no harm. So we'll conclude no major foul, but it is heating up. So yes, it's going to be for third place. So let's keep an eye on Thor as he fights for third. And actually, to make sure we don't miss a thing, let's keep it on Crispy. And we'll see if, how, and when. Oh, Thor goes in, tries to get the inside. Oh, and Crispy just, what a race. Absolutely. Woo! We're being treated some top-notch racing. Oh, Thor has been pushing it so hard for so many laps that probably his tire conditions, the rears slid out. So it looks like Crispy now only has to defend the bronze position from Seb Cockro. There's a bit of space there. Oh, not much. We're talking, what is that, 2, 3 cars? Put your vote in and see, you get a good idea there. Ooh. Maybe 4 cars. Okay, the straightaway, we've got... That's about 3 to 4 cars. Oh, yeah, I think Dano quit the race. It is. Rocco's up there. Rowicki still. Plenty of space, so let's see. There's a big, huge shakeup. Now looks like there's a tight race for 5th place between Nielsen and Knight Rider Jim, 2 extremely quick racers. Oh no, so Seb pulled out of his pits right in front of Dano and it killed his race. Ah, Dano, I was rooting for you, brother, and that is a brutally painful way to get ruined out of a race. All right, now on Sebastian 13, over checking out his little poll here. 32% people of his viewers are using a controller, 32% using a controller to race. Fanatec 19%, Thrustmaster like we have here at 27%, and Other Wheel 22%. So I guess Logitech and the Other Wheels coming in at 22%. On our JCCR race team, it seems like a lot of people have moved to the Logitech. Seems quite popular. I'm stuck in between when I make my move off the Thrustmaster TGT2 to a direct drive. I think direct drive's better, except for rally racing. I've gotten some negative comments trying to rally race with a direct drive. That's high torque. Of course, you can always put it lower, and maybe that's the solution. Maybe it's just my friends who don't want to put it lower. Seb Cockro, ooh, coming in on Crispy. There's still a battle for third. Oh, here we go. Seb Cockro picking up third. was this last lap? Oh my goodness. So we're going to continue to watch third because there is a true battle for who's going to be picking up bronze here. And let's get back into the comments here. I'm missing it. Chimp sending me some important questions here about the 296 livery. All right, so Seb pulled out of pits right in front of Dano and destroyed his race. Chimp asking me, Johnny, did you want that livery on your 296? I saved the base when I made that for DK. Yes, I do want it. Please. I want the base, and maybe I can even figure out how to put my name on the car. I'm not great with the livery maker. If you want, check out Aussie Pug Designs, Aussie Pug's YouTube channel, or Filmness GT. They're making liveries, great liveries on a regular basis. Chimp, I love DK Nielsen's 296 livery. And JCCR Devious saying, I'm on a controller, but do have the G29 Logitech. Yeah, it is a bit of a learning curve to get into running wheel instead. And we've had a big shakeup. Seb Crocco now in third. Crispy got the pass in. Woo! Good job, Crispy. Let's see if Seb makes it back. DK Nielsen back there. A couple cars. Yeah, Jim has a very nice livery as well. I agree. All right, so I think Crispy, this has got to be one of the last laps. Last or second last lap. Oof. You've done well, Crispy. Huge pass. Had my head down when you made it. All right, looks like there's still a lap. There's still more excitement in this race. I would love DK Nielsen's base 296 Ferrari livery. We got Crispy here, rocking it out with how many? Ooh, not much. Three car lengths? How about 3 car lengths there? 2.5. It is tight. Oh yeah, two and a half car lengths. Oh, Chimp Man, if you could throw me on JCCR sticker on it, that would be great. I think I'm racing number 7. I'd either be racing 7 or 17. I'll have to check the JCCR Racing League. I chose that last year around this time, so been almost a year. Oh, Chimp, right on, brother. Thank you. Oh, that was, what happened there? Is that contact or just very close to contact? Oh, slight contact. Someone's going to have some buffing to do at the end of the race. Oh, Cockrow, everyone eats that wall there. Okay. Everyone's driver door is going to need some buffing. Congratulations to Ruiki, Crispy, Cockrow, and Nielsen. Such a close race. Thor, you had it. You're up top, then you climb back up. Thor probably had one of the most epic, well, Crispy too. Like, that was epic. Thor was running, what was it, second or third, ends up going back, climbs back up, ends up in third, gets past. Wow. What a race. Someone said, may the torque be with you. That is awesome. Torque Tuesdays. We're going to start running either time trial Tuesdays, depending on if we're running time trials, if we're trying to get faster lap times on Tuesdays. And when we're not doing faster lap times, remind me to call the night Torque Tuesdays. Torque Tuesdays means putting the pedal to the metal. It's all out race time. All right. I love that, DK Nielsen saying, may the torque be with you. So we're going to have Torque Tuesdays. I'll make it official here. So Torque Tuesdays, Means we're going to throw in maybe an extra, a little longer lobby races, Torque Tuesdays, or more sport mode. One of the two. So really what we do is Monday to Fridays, we race. Monday to Friday, we race in the lobby except for one Tuesday a month we miss and one Thursday a month we miss because we're out doing some community service work. Not court appointed. No, Monday to lobby. Monday to Friday. The JCCR Racing Team versus Challengers. So Monday to Friday, lobby races, JCCR Racing versus the Challengers. Don't forget to don't forget to make it in. Come join those races. If you can't find them, it's under JCCR Race Clean or Kick. You can also go and add me as a friend on your PlayStation 5 network. I am JCCR_racing. I'm JCCR Johnny, but I'm the founder of the race team, one of the slowest drivers, but the founder just the same. Sometimes you find things, usually when you're taking your time and slowly looking for them. That's why I get to be the founder. I started it because I'm slow and I stay slow because my job's to find things. Greater peace of mind, greater happiness, facts from neuroscience that very oddly, not so oddly, often line up with biblical advice. So we get to look at, I'm a philosophy student. I did my bachelor's in liberal arts and did all my required courses to get a second bachelor's degree in philosophy, but would have to take ridiculous non-essential credits they just want extra money. I worked at the university and they put it pretty quickly. Like the university just has rules set up so we get extra money because basically I could have taken, 4 courses in Chinese or German or art classes and I would have had my philosophy degree. Obviously painting is unrelated to philosophy in most senses. So we'll say I have a bachelor's degree in philosophy. I just don't have the paper to go with it. But I like to take all that old world philosophy, the ancient philosophy, the Stoic philosophy, and mix that in with what we know about today's neuroscience, mix it in with a little Freud and Carl Jung, and try to find the best way to live out our best lives. So if that all sounds good while getting faster at racing, and sometimes taking life a little slower, because you need to take life a little slower and take time to think, to have perspective on life, to live your best life. If all that sounds good, come join. Get people to join. Bring them. Invite them. I want all of us living our best life, fastest on the track, happiest out in the real world. Now, speaking of the real world, hey, it's Sunday. Try to make this a day where you don't work. Try to make it a day about friends and family. You got your internet family here, but don't forget your real family. If you're estranged, maybe it's the time to start looking at making those connections, or maybe that aspect, the community aspect, which family and friends can fill that. But, fill your community realm, your community sphere. It'll help you feel like you have got belonging and really help out with overall contentment with life. Daniel, thank you so much. Godspeed and God bless everyone. I wish you all more cars and more power and hope to see you here come Monday night at 9 p.m. That's Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We run it to about 10 to 10:20. So we've got 1 hour to an hour and 20-minute lives. Godspeed and God bless everyone. Congratulations to the alien level of fast Rowiki with the gold, Rocco with the silver, and Crispy working out that bronze. Seb Cockrow, special thanks. DK Nielsen, you guys all did great. Dano, I was rooting for you and you got taken out by someone coming out of the pits. That hurts so much. Thank you for throwing some hearts out on the lives. I see those going down and I'm responding back with them with some happy laughing faces because I'm happy and it was great racing with all of you. I'm going to hit up the pharmacy, take care of the family, and see you all very shortly.